Oh, hello there. Lord Yorkie York, the city gent here. Taking you back in time to when I went by the name of Stanley. That's of a job, and nobody wants to hire someone by the name of Lord Yorkie York. This game does not seem to have a save, I don't think, but we'll see where we go from here. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. Ah, good. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and they call it a day. Oh, if we're going to do the thing, we should do it properly. You're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Well, there you go. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if there are times you're setting, if temperature setting are correct. They are. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, the next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favourite time. Go ahead. Pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to your video game now. I don't have a favourite time, really. Alright, get in the game. It looks like we're back at the start again.
All his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And we've been in the meeting room. It really wasn't very thrilling. It had some interesting
When Stanley
charts.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Possibly. We've been there. All these dolls don't work.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, he didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Many have said that. But sometimes we've tried following directions and it doesn't work out in our favour. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. It will cause death. Penalty of misuse of cargo lift $1,000. Penalty for jumping off cargo lift $5,000. If I'm dead, it won't matter, will it?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Indeed.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Is there?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Ooh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Ooh.
She's been waiting.
Has she? Been waiting a long time? Oh, hello.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay. Hello? Well,
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
well, that went down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Oh, we are the bossy boots, aren't we? Hello,
This
Wennikin.
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Is it? Good morning, employee. Press M on your keyboard. Why? It's about time I thought for myself, isn't it? And I don't think M is good. Well, I mean, to be honest, my wife for a mannequin looks quite pretty if you think about it, doesn't she? There she is, all shiny and white and hairless and everywhere, and even under her arms, and she's need of clothing. I'll give it that. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere right now, does it? Hello, dear. Can we talk? Can we do anything? Would you like to watch TV together, maybe, or go on a date? We could go out to a pub, or maybe a cafe, a nice little cafe. No, all right. Well, let's press on.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
All right, Jay it
Look
is.
in there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
I am.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
X. Are you going to be X-rated, dear?
But in his mind, in his
Oh,
mind,
there we are.
he can go on fantastic
Good.
adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Ah, gross. Oh my. My love, if I'm the worker, shouldn't you be keeping house better than this? It doesn't look very good, you know. Or maybe you're working too and it's my fault.
He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Look, we're on a timer. I wonder, does it keep good time? Is it going to go over to 11:22? Let's see, shall we? 30 seconds left. Please press G to prepare dinner. Oh, are you hungry, darling? Are you hungry? What would you like? Some fish, maybe? Fish and plastic chips? Who knows? 15 seconds left almost. Let's see if it does go to 20. It seems to be keeping time. It's moving on. Rather nice. Can I have it? Can I have that clock? No. All right.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
So tell your kids your story.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free.
Why are some doors
Surely
open
there's
and
an
others
answer down
not?
some new path, mustn't there be?
All right.
Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Hi, dear. Effing chat's for you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Needs to sleep.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
All right, just for you. That's why it's be at work in the morning. Time is just ticking on, isn't it? He says not to press a button, and I'm not doing. I'm just sitting here waiting, wondering what's going to happen. I wonder how long we have to wait. Is he going to change what he said? Is he going to accept that we do make choices, that we are indeed, that I am indeed a valid individual, of course, and see from there what we can do. It's 11:24 now. Time is slowly moving onwards. They want me to press Y to be at work in the morning. It's sorely tempting, isn't it? But sometimes you have to resist temptation, you know. The only way to break an addiction, I'm told, and I'm told I'm addicted to pressing buttons. Certainly my wife tells me I press her buttons. So now let's see. Wonder why there's a bed in here and a chair blocking the place. Not because my nephews have been around in that outside room and they leave crap all over the place. It could be. Anyway, we have pens and papers. Can we read any of it? No. Fifth annual subcommittee meeting of internal revenue analysis for committees of the Royal Revenue Discussions Club. Ah, there you are. Can't exactly read any more of it, but there you are. I hate Mondays. I thought it was Sunday that people didn't like, according to the whatever, I forget the name of the group now. A long time ago. Tell me why. No, that was Tell Me I Don't Like the Mondays. That's Bob Shaw. Bob Geldof. Boomtown Rats. Tell Me Why I Don't Like a Monday. But there was also a Sunday morning nightmare. A Sunday morning nightmare. A Sunday morning, yeah. Well, he doesn't seem happy that I'm not pressing buttons, so we'll do it.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh, the door closed.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question nothing.
Suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
Please die. Oh dear, there we go. Well, that was a short one, wasn't it? Oh, and it's...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, these doors are always locked. I'd like to go on a little explore.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yes, why not? Fine.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's see. Wednesday, IT department. We're broke Wednesday. Financial panic meeting. Boss's inspection. Group 42X. Group 47X. 8-bird. Thursday, mergers, ideas and development. Group 43X, 48X. Is this a bingo card? Right. And we've looked at the targets here. Tomorrow, complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. I usually rely on mirrors to do the reflecting for me, to be honest. Oh, look, there's a broom closet. I don't want to go back in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, I'm walking upstairs. I think we're downstairs, but I'm not going to go through there again. I think I'm going to go upstairs. It's so hard to make decisions, isn't it? There's a toilet again. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money, Chris. Oh, that's a pretty little one. That's mirror or picture that has nothing on. Well, oh, that. Oh, an industrial front. All right. Can't use the elevator, unfortunately. Right. Into the boss's office we go.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I wonder where this number's coming from.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
This is a cement mixer? No. Down is the only way, apparently. We haven't hit rock bottom yet, I'm guessing.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and
I never liked it.
Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Let's see what's here, shall we? And here we are, back in the boss's
Here we are,
office.
Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is.
Yes, it is,
What a
isn't it?
decision you've made to come up here and look at the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
Indeed.
I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
I'm trying to bolt from the building, to be honest, but it's not working too well. So let's. Like there's anything we can play? No. Well, I guess we'll go back down. Why not?
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the elevator and going down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
It can be fun to ride an elevator, you know. Let's do it again.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
Well, who cares? We're just enjoying riding elevators right now. If my plastic wife was here, it could be loving an elevator. But, loving an elevator, living it up as you're going down. It's the boss's office.
The boss's office.
I never expected that.
This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a timeout here for a minute while I process this.
I've seen those dunking birds before.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No! No, wait! No! I need more time to process.
Okay, more dunking birds. That one looks quite a happy bird, though, not an angry bird, I will say that. So...
All right. I have fully come to terms with it.
Have
I
you?
made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley.
Alright. I'm thinking 2845 won't work. Oh, because the door's always open, you see. So, let's have a look back here. Go for more love in an elevator.
Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is.
Yes,
A breath
but...
of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling.
Can you
that's
imagine
been
what I'm going to
stale
do
and
next? Can it even enter your little mind as to what I'm going to do next, Mr. Narrator? What I'm going to do next is this.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator.
Right.
But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice
That
and
sounds
slow?
good. And then we can have
There we
love
go.
in
Isn't
the
this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley,
day.
it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension?
Indeed.
Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story?
Indeed.
The characters. Why aren't we given time to imagine the surprises?
Surprise!
To think and to anticipate and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now. This is the most exciting narrative to be developed in years. And it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and
Exactly.
over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to. We're being fed such unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital
Absolutely.
and alive. That's why people like you so much, Stanley. Because you're not afraid to spit in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is
Well,
why
let's get some going
I
up.
didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for
Have
you.
you?
So that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning.
Have you been
They
following
really
me from the
loved you,
beginning?
Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better.
Well, if you stand under the lift and it gives way, then I'll have an impact on them. Well, well, well.
Okay, the room where we're holding the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Live on stage, Stanley. Well, that's not not live yet, so let's go upstairs. Stage door.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
A Q&A with world's first sentient machine. Well, that could be interesting. Stage.
Are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in storytelling and what it means to craft a truly unpredictable narrative. Oh, don't worry. You'll do great. Just be yourself and speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks like they're ready for you. Go get them.
Oh, yeah. Hello, fans. Hello. And there we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is there anything else we can do, I wonder?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Plus.
Wow.
Employee lounge.
Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
And here it is.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Elevators. We like our elevators.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Seems that's the only way we're allowed to go right now. Yes. Oh well. Right it is. That's the door. Oh.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
I don't
It's
know.
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Were you thinking? Was that the thing that was happening?
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep.
Are you doing the Konami
yes.
code?
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
We've got a truck. Can't get beyond that truck though, so let's go downstairs.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This
Oh,
is all
dear.
a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to,
Employee
my
fired.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Okay, well there we are.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, let's go through here. Let's see what else we can do.
When Stanley... Wait,
Ooh,
what? No,
there's nothing
I
here.
restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
It seems to have.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
Maybe.
Did you move the story somewhere or...
Maybe.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Ah, doors everywhere. Doors. It's like a maze. Amazing maze. And now we are circling the drain.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Isn't
you
it?
there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh, there we go. Back to the desk.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What else can we do? Is there anything else available?
Okay,
Oh.
it's worse. I might be
This is not
remembering
good.
this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
There's no way back. Oh, there is now. Alright, let's see what's back here then, shall we? Let's go, my good friends. Go. Surname access. Not even spelling surname correctly. Okay. We go through.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Ooh, it's changed.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
No,
You know what?
I don't remember
Since
much
I've
of anything,
completely
honestly.
forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Wasn't it?
Okay.
I feel like I won
I'm
fair and
getting
square.
weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Stanley Parable
All right,
Adventure Line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
And we'll follow it.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the yellow sick toad, that's what I say.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Onwards, ever onwards.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no
True.
story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Music. Oh, how's that for the music? Opening bouncers, multiple ledges. Consolidation reports, departmental account, nice. Going 432, peer review. And through we go.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this... Oh, no.
We're back with monitors.
How could you have done this to
Mine's
us?
over here
After
somewhere.
we trusted you. After everything we've been through, you...
427,
I
right
can't
down
take
there.
this anymore, to hell with it. Restart.
You see it right down there. Oh, where are you starting? And we will pick that up next time. I don't know if we'll be in the same place. But we'll pick it up next time. Toodle pip.